All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Happy Berry Friday. Friday, the last week of pure volatility. Everybody loves me some crypto volatility. This is what was classy. I keep thinking about the word classy. Jesus Martinez, you already know. We're going to be touching base on brand new mint that just happened, some strategies on making sure that you're on top of launches, and how to mint out things the right way. We're going to be talking also about new metas, new trends, new everything that I've observed over the past couple days. So that's going to be the topic of this video. If you guys enjoy it, smash the like button. You know what to do. This song track always is a banger for me. I can't get enough of synthwave. Anyway, so let's get into it, guys. How we doing it? Isaiah, good morning, good morning, good morning. And here we go. So first thing I want to talk about, new meta. A lot of content creators are talking about this brand new meta that I have not joined. I'll be one to say it. I have not joined. This is the GambleFi meta. This is the meta that a bunch of these different coins, you know, Rollbit is the leader of the GambleFi space are supposed to run really hard because of the fact that GambleFi makes a lot of money. Now, my personal thoughts on the GambleFi meta is that I think a lot of the values that are being put out there, the valuations at least, are a little bit ridiculous for some of these cryptocurrency coins. But because they're being propped up by the current meta, they're likely to do well, right? So I have not purchased any GambleFi coins. I like to stick to the crypto gaming sector, which some people could argue that GambleFi is crypto gaming. But for now, at least, I'm keeping my eyes very set on whether some of these centralized exchanges begin to look into listing some of these crypto coins. Because there's a couple things. For example, there's a brand new meta. The meme coins are back. There's this Cardano, which everybody's talking about. I'm not going to lie. I did a little something. I do own this. But a lot of people are buying this up. It's not listed on a lot of places. So we'll see what happens there. But there are new metas arising. Crypto gaming, it ain't the hot thing anymore. It's very fascinating to see people kind of change their sentiment on these things. My take on this is that, you know, yes, crypto gaming is, I guess, down like 0.5%, but overall, it will have more stable gains than some of the other metas that are in the space. So I expect growth to slow down somewhat leading into the latter end of this year. But this is actually really important to keep in mind because now is the whole, do I want to take profits on some of the plays that I've already gotten a lot of profits on because of the fact that there might be new things that will be exciting? For most people, the answer should be no. You probably will want to stick to whatever you're holding because at the end of the day, you are not the person that's spending 18 hours a day researching cryptocurrency coins. You're that guy, bought the coins, did the research, understands what's going on with those specific coins, and has been focusing on it for a long time. However, there's going to be, for the people that are obsessing over crypto like me, an opportunity for brand new launches, which is the topic of this video as well, and that's why we put the thumbnail there, right? 2021, go down, new launches go up. That is the narrative that I'm pushing forward because there are a lot of different mints that recently happened that I think have a lot of promise in the sense that new things tend to have more price discovery, less friction, a lot more promises, which people will argue promises are a bad thing. But for crypto coins, to be honest, promises are pretty much a good thing, right? Because the faith, the narrative is all that really matters in the beginning for it all. Diego with Miria $1. Let's go. Jason talks on Creo Engine. I haven't done research on that one. Rusty bot. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And yeah, so the narrative is changing definitely. I don't think that the GambleFi narrative is going to be nearly as long as the crypto gaming narrative. I think here's my take on this. So I think crypto gaming is going to slow down just a little bit, but at the end of the day, once Bitcoin begins trending back upward, who knows how far this correction is going to go. Crypto gaming has already shown that it is the leader in the actual sector. It's the leader. It's the first mover's advantage. Whenever a crypto industry has first mover's advantage during a bull cycle, it usually means, historically speaking, that they're going to lead the latter end of the bull cycle as well. They're going to lead the entire bull cycle because if they're pumping before it's really starting, then it means that a lot of people are interested, and that probably means that we're going to be leading. Is it coping? I don't know, but that's kind of my DD on that in general. Anyway, if we have to go ahead and have our little segment here of the, we just got funded for the 300 millionth time. I've got to do it just once every episode. We had Elizabeth last time. Now we're going to have, apparently, read this. I want every American to read this with a serious face. Just in, the SEC denies Coinbase's petition requesting transparent rules and regulations for crypto. Are we serious? Is this really happening right now? The SEC denied Coinbase's petition, and all they were asking for were transparent rules and regulations for the crypto industry. What is the point of the SEC if they're not giving rules and regulations for the crypto industry? What? Imagine denying a request for transparency and regulation. This is the ridiculous BS that we're getting right now in the markets. That's where we're getting volatility. They're like, oh, we don't do market manipulation. And then they do this. It's like, what does this even mean? My brain just hurts. We'll tell you the rules once you break them and we sue you. It's pretty much it. Yeah. Does the SEC even need that money? They don't even need money. I don't want to hear a single person say, oh, but the SEC needs money. The government needs money. They print the money. They don't need money. I mean, I guess the politicians do, right? Elizabeth Warren printing out money out of her booty. It's crazy, but ridiculous stuff. Anyway, that's the hate thing of today. Let's get into actual launches. So this was really interesting. This is an announcement from Rainy Studios. I grabbed a few thousand, so I'm disclosing this. I did do this. I think I'm actually down on this position as well, so I do also have to be transparent about that. But this is pretty much one of the only cryptocurrencies out there on Beam right now. Beam actually has a swap. They do have a swap. I'll actually see if I can pull this up. Swap on Beam. And on this swap, they do not have a lot of tokens. In fact, these are all of the tokens that they have. GOB is some random coin I've never heard of. Then there's RST, which is the one we're talking about. And then pretty much AVAX and Beam. Very little crypto coins that are actually on there. Obviously, that means that there's not a lot of volume on there. But what Rainy Studios is a studio, gaming studio, building out a trading card game. And they recently got acquired by what is a cryptocurrency collection called, I think it's Kaipu Pandas? What are they called? Kanpai Panda. Yeah. And before you begin to say, oh, but these don't matter, they're stupid, they are actually quite valuable. Kanpai Pandas have a 2 Ethereum floor and have been fucking mooning and sending it. So we'll see what happens there. I'm playing on the fact that at some point people are going to want to build on Beam. And once they actually start launching coins and volume comes into Beam, the legacy coins on Beam are going to pump. That's my play on Beam. We'll see what happens there. Beam has had a bit of a correction over the past couple of days as people begin to take profit. But the coin's at $1 billion market cap. A lot of people are saying this thing can go to 10 billion. So we'll see what happens there. But that's my first SEC no transparency for you. Exactly, guys. Transparency is a bad thing, okay? Transparency is secondary. Anyway, so the next thing I'm looking at right now, this is a sample here. This is a secondary wallet that I have. I've got a DJ node on Sonorous. They are a node ecosystem. Looking at the profits for the nodes right now, you get 29.9, so pretty much 30 coins. The coin is worth, what, 6.2 cents, something like that. The price has actually gone down a bit. I am suspecting that they're waiting on some centralized exchange listings or some kind of catalyst to send this back upward. This is a risk we took. I covered it on the channel as well, so I figured I'd update you all on it. We bought these nodes for $600. I think now they're going for like $625 or something like that. But these things right now are producing $1.86 per day, which is somewhere around the ballpark of maybe 200, 250, 300 day ROI, which is sub 1 year. Obviously, what we're suspecting is that the price doubles. It goes back up to where it was. They TGE'd at 4 cents, so they're still up on TGE, but we'll see what happens there. Just a quick update on that play. Talking about new narratives. Instead, Shiba AI coin. Everybody's talking about meme coins now. We're all degens, okay? You know what? I'll placate it. I'm also a degen. I'll tell you what I did yesterday. I'm so stupid for doing this. I don't know if I'm stupid or not. I'll let you guys decide. But there's this cryptocurrency. It's called Bonk. I covered it on the channel a year ago. And I was like, Bonk's going to save Solana. Okay. And I think I was right. Holy shit. This thing pumped like crazy. It's at a $1.7 billion market cap. Listed on most major centralized exchanges. Recently got a Binance listing. And why I'm hyped about this thing is because all of a sudden everyone's a Bonk maxi. Because of this very thing right here. I ordered 3 of these phones. I don't want to hear this. I ordered 3 Solana phones, okay? They're called Saga Genesis or something like that. They give you a Saga Genesis token when you get on there, and you can claim 30 million bonk, okay? Now let's do some math here. The whole order here, $643, comes with a phone that's actually not bad at all. It's a pretty solid phone. $643. We get 30 million. Let's do the math here. $868 for 30 million coins. So you literally make a profit right now just buying this phone. You make a profit buying this phone. Now, it's sold out in the US for obvious reasons. People are just farming this thing. But I think there might be some available in Europe. They did say that there were like 5,000 left in Europe. I assume that they're going to be sold out very quickly. But you're literally getting paid for buying a phone right now. What happened was that this used to be a $10 airdrop. The 30 million tokens was $10. But because this token is pumped so much, it's now worth $860. What world do we live in? Everyone's getting paid like $300 just for buying a phone. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I had to do it. I had to buy 3 of those things because I had to see it for myself. I'm also going to be giving some of these away for Christmas. Maybe I'll give away a phone. I don't know if I should give away a phone on Twitter. Do people want new phones? Is that a thing? The $600 phones. $600 phones are good. It used to be like $1,000. Nobody could complain about getting a new phone. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, a really hot mint today that just happened midnight is Overworld Incarna. In less than 1 minute, they minted out the collection. Wow, what an interesting number. Transfers and trading are now open. This collection minted at 0.15 Ethereum is now at 1.38 ETH. So everybody that minted made a heck of a lot of money. And now what happened? There's a lot of drama happening right now on Overworld because this little thing, your transaction failed. The Overworld team said that they only had a 25% oversubscribe. So if you've got like 2,000 people that really want this thing, 25% more, somewhere around like, 2,450, something like that, should be able to mint this thing. So not that many. Now, why there was drama is because it turned out that this mint had 75% more failed mints than they had anticipated. There were 1,900 failed transactions that happened in a very short period of time. So a lot of people are saying that, the Overworld team went ahead and was a little bit deceptive on the amount of people that were actually subscribed to this mint. And obviously, it went from 0.15 Ethereum all the way to 1.5 ETH. There's a lot of people that are malding over this situation. So there was this thread by Nix. He is a genius. This is something that if there's anything you should learn today, seriously, if you're trying to learn something, it is this right here. As the bull market approaches, these situations are going to happen a lot more. Here's a short mint guide using presets and acceleration. I don't know if you knew this, but you can actually make a preset on MetaMask with default things that you want to put on it. For example, if you wanted to mint out at a very, 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 very high gas, and you want to make sure that that's all set up already before the mints actually happen, so you don't have to set it up last minute and last second, well, you can actually do that. Isn't that incredible, isn't it? So let's start with the basics. The more you pay in gas, the more you get priority in a contract. That's why we have this thing called ETH Gwei. ETH Gwei is literally your place in line. Right now, it's really expensive to do a swap on Ethereum. It's $124. We're in ETH mint season. Everybody's going absolutely crazy. Most of the time, this is significantly lower. But, as it stands, it is a very expensive endeavor to go ahead and mint things. Usually somewhere around like 50 Gwei or something like that. So in the bear market, this was like 10 Gwei because no one was using Ethereum. Nowadays, there's a lot of people using Gwei, so obviously it's much more expensive. If you would have tried to mint out in Overworld NFT with the actual demand that it had at 143 Gwei, there would be no universe in which you would have actually gotten it. So to try to skip as many spaces in the line as possible, people minted at like 500 to 1,000 Gwei. That's a lot of Gwei. It's a very expensive mint, but people did it anyway because they wanted to get ahead of others and they wanted to go ahead and mint first. So great, we've got the context on that. In the case of the situation, the only way to beat your competitors is to pay more than you do. So you're going to pre-register gas before. You can go to MetaMask and make yourself a transaction of 0 Ethereum. You click on the button Market. You can see it right here. in blue. And then you're supposed to click on advanced. It gives you more options on a bunch of different things. It's right here. You don't use the others because they're stupid. Who cares? They're not that cool. We want to be really aggressive. So here is what you go ahead and set it up. For a mint when there's not that much hype, I'd set it between 100 to 200. That's fair enough, right? But for a very, very, very hyped mint, you want to set this to 750. Do we have overworld gameplay? Listen, attendees, we don't care about the gameplay. We care about the gains. At this point, I give up. I give up. Eternal Paradox has to be one of the best crypto games out there, but it's just nothing is worth it there. Everything is just dumping. We don't care about the gameplay, but ape attendees. We care about the pump at this point. I give up. I give up trying to look for really solid games that I think are going to get a lot of adoption and then be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to buy something here. If it don't got hype, there's no point in even getting into it. It just doesn't work out for me anytime. It's never worked out for me. I buy this stupid coin. It goes up 300%. I'm like, okay, dude, I give up. So here we go. He recommends 1,000 on the top box. Honestly, there may be better, but at least you're sure. I have a friend who managed to mint Overworld by setting 400 and 1,000, which will give him an optimized transaction of 430 Gwei. So interesting, right? It doesn't really matter though, because if you're getting a 1.5 ETH NFT, then paying $300 for gas is nothing. So you save the values. Don't forget to activate the save values checkbox. Very, very important. When you mint your settings, they will be pre-saved. And there you go. Don't forget to remove them afterward. And at 9 in the morning UTC, he went ahead, grabbed it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Even cooler, don't panic. You can actually see how much people are minting things for. Overworld and Cardano, as you could see. You can go to Catch Mint, which is an actual website. I've gone to this thing. I've tested it out. And you can go ahead and go to the live mint section. So you see brand new live mints and see how much Gwei people are actually spending on this mint. Now, you know, this thing minted out in a minute, so obviously, gasp. Yeah, isn't that a revelation that the gameplay doesn't matter as much as we think it does, and that the economy is the #1 thing that people are concerned about? Isn't that, like, crazy how that works? Anyway, so you go back to the pending transaction, click on accelerate as much as possible, just in case your thing is not going through, and there you go. That's how you mint something. That's how you take advantage of the NFT space, and that's how you get ahead of people during a bull cycle mint, which is pretty much what we're getting at. So make sure that you look at what I just said and double down on it. And we got $1 from Ape Attendees. We got to listen to your music sometime. Am I going to get demonetized if I put your music on? Does that happen? Because once I put the Gala music stuff on, and then I spoke to some artists, and they were like, you should be paying for the royalties to have my music on your stream. And I was like, damn. I mean, I guess, right? Like, it is your music. But I still have to figure out how the whole music world works. It's very confusing to me. I'll understand it one day, but apparently, like, there's copyright for some things. Like, I have my own track that I paid for, that I literally made for myself. So that was cool. I can use that on stream, but on YouTube, you can't really use anything else. So, you know, I'm trying to see what happens there. Anyway, Hustlepedia agrees with Alex Becker. Bitcoin sideways, GambleFi moving up. Some gaming projects making new highs again today. Amazing. The prophecy's unfolding. Here's some gas money. I wouldn't have been able to purchase gas without you. The prophecy is unfolding in front of our eyes. The $3,000 I'm going to have to pay in gas in the bull market. I can't wait to get NFTs that end up costing like $200 and I'm paying $3,000 for. That's just what I'm looking forward to the most in this life. To be able to mint things for significantly more than they're actually worth. We're going to melt faces. We're gonna melt faces with that news. Anyway, let's talk about Portocoin. So this is the Portocoin pre-sale smart contracts. There's people like this guy called Pop Punk that has said, be very sussed because on chain, there is nothing tracking your deposits. And then Porto's like, we have an order management middleware that appends transactions to orders. All deposits and allocations are tracked. And then he says, a closed source order management middleware. Dope. The bar is so low. I actually kind of agree that this whole tracking should be on chain. I don't know why this isn't on chain. If we're going to have a sale that's on chain, then the tracking should be on chain. I don't know why people keep doing these things that are like very closed source and we're not going to tell you what's going on. You know, while he's kind of wrong in the sense that, like, you know, they are tracking it, it's a little sus for sure. Little sus for sure. So on the channel, we ended up covering the mint stuff for Animalia. I will actually go ahead and I might have some codes. I might actually have some extra codes. I haven't checked yet, but I might have some extra codes for y'all. I don't know if it'll work or not at this point, so don't get mad at me if they don't work. But this is a mint. It's happening very soon. and it's not something I'd want you to miss. So let me go ahead, look for my messages right now. See if I can find some codes for y'all, because the last thing I'd want to do is for no one here to get codes and everybody's sad. All right, a bunch of codes. I don't even know if you can use them. Just try them if you can. Good luck. Good luck. I'm throwing a bunch of codes in the chat for the Animalia Tundra whitelist. That's what it is. Let me close this over here. All right. We're going back. Let me go ahead. Put Animalia. Okay, here we go. Anyway, so this is it's a trading card game. It's incubated by Cetify. I'm actually super hyped with Cetify. I love what Cetify is doing. I love everything that they're doing in between. So Animalia is going to be a banger. They've got this little trailer. I'll let it play for like 25 seconds, and then we will come back. Titans of the Tundra. Whoa. Musk the Mighty. Got some big partners. So here it is. The mint date is December 18th, 2023. Personally, I do have a whitelist, so I am going to be minting this for sure. The floor price for this thing is going to be 0.038 ETH, which 0.038 is pretty inexpensive to me. It's less than $100, right? Less than $100 in this market is nothing. 0.038. Yeah, $85. So just fuck it. $85. Let's go. Gala Music to the moon. I covered that yesterday. I did cover that yesterday. Is it going up or not? No, it actually went down today. Gala Music not to the moon. Seems like everything's correcting right now. Oh, Ethereum actually went up today. I love how it says 10% down, but you actually track this thing. It's at 19 cents. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited for the Gala Music ecosystem. Would I buy everything there? I don't know about that, you know, but it does exist. It does exist. All right, Cornucopias getting listed on Gate.io. I haven't actually seen the price action today for it, so maybe we can go ahead and check that out. It's up like 11%. It's not bad. It's up 11%. Let's go. W Lunk. I don't want to hear a single person commenting about W Lunk. There was this like weird cult of people back in the day that, you know, I used to cover this crypto coin called Lunk like half a year ago or something like that. There's this weird cult of people that have the wrapped version of it that's not supported by Coinbase anymore, that think for some reason that the price should be pegged to the Luna token, even though the Luna token's a fork. So, you know, good luck, I guess, right? There's no liquidity there. So, you know, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm way beyond that point at this point. I don't want to talk a peep of that coin anymore. There's too many bad memories. Anyway, so Cornucopias, yeah, it's up somewhere around 11% or something like that. It's been absolutely killing it, though. Like, this thing's up, what, 5x at this point from its lows? 5x gain, can't complain about that. They are getting listed on Gate.io. They also have a node sale, which I will be covering in a dedicated video over the next couple days. I'm excited for that one. So, next thing, if your NFT founder is in the Bahamas, they should be looking a little bit sus. You know, there's a lot of people that are in a bunch of NFT projects that magically think that these NFT projects are going to end up innovating. I don't know. I don't know at all. Lots of founders promising more than ever in mints, driving big hype shows at huge risk of not delivering. They should be thinking twice. This guy recently went ahead and got bonked. He pleaded guilty to an international scheme. Look at this. International scheme to defraud NFT purchasers. AKA, he went to the Bahamas with your money. And, you know, he ended up in 5 years of jail, 1.4 million in fines because he used the money for himself. My opinion on this one is that there's going to be a lot of NFT collections that end up getting striked by the SEC, for sure, because of the fact that they're using the money for the wrong purposes. But for those projects that are doing the right thing, I'm not really worried about it. You know, I think, like, for example, like Pudgy Penguins is doing everything right, so they're probably going to be perfectly fine. But those founders that are doing a little sussy sus are not going to be looking so fine at all. Next thing, daily average NFT mints for 2023. The daily NFT mints have been going down steadily over the past year, but recently they made a very big comeback. Maybe not on Ethereum. Check this out. Solana has been coming back really hard. This is something I wasn't expecting, but it happened. You know, Solana ended up mooning. A bunch of people are beginning to mint on Solana. And right now we're getting around 20,000 Solana mints every single day, which is kind of crazy. some people thought that Solana was going to go up a bit and then it was going to correct and there was going to be nothing left for it. In terms of crypto gaming coins on Solana, my big bull pick is probably going to be something like Star Atlas. There's plenty of coins out there that are coming out though, that I'm sure will be very promising. Right now, we're getting a big Solana craze. A lot of different NFT collections are going pretty crazy. I remember Aurora was worth like, what, 50 cents, earlier this year. Not even 40 cents. And now it's at $1.35, was at some point over $2, I think. Or was it $1? No way, it was $1.77. It was higher that day, just went back down. But a lot of these crypto coins have been running up a lot over the past couple of days. There are ordinals that as well have been mooning the heck up. And so what I'm doing in this narrative play is for crypto gaming, first off, I'm still minting nodes. I still think that nodes are something that I want to get into. I have taken profit on quite a few crypto gaming coins, only because I want to roll over the profits into different things. I have a lot of nodes, a lot of different things going for me. There are new narratives that are popping up that I don't know too well. There is the meme coin narrative, which other than the Solana phone, I'm not touching this at all. There's also the AI narrative. AI is getting pretty crazy right now. There's also the GambleFi narrative, which I may or may not have a little bit of a stake in, but not really. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit. But just in like crypto coins that don't really exist yet. Maybe you'll hear them in the next couple of weeks to months. But a lot of these crypto coins, they're coming out. You're going to be very exciting. I just see so much more traction right now in the crypto gaming space versus any of the other spaces, at least from my personal insight. I've talked to a lot of people in different niches, people that love AI, people that love GambleFi, and they've told me the same thing. They've told me that, it's awesome what's happening right now. And of course, they're very bullish on it long term, but crypto gaming just has more things going on right now. You look at what's happening within the sector and some of the plays. I mean, this is our little watch list here. Delysium just keeps going up. Echelon Prime actually broke over the $10 mark. This is something that we had on our top 10 crypto gaming tokens portfolio. It was at like $3. Now it's at $11. It hasn't even been that long. It needs to cool off at some point. It just hasn't gotten there. GameSwift is another one. This one makes sense because it's so undervalued. I mean, it was at less than a $10 million market cap when I first covered it. We covered this thing at 10 cents. It's at 76 cents. That is a 700% gain in a very short period of time. We actually added it to our top 10 crypto gaming tokens portfolio. It's up 570% since I covered it on a YouTube video. So it's normal for these things to crack after they've gone up so long. Beam as well has just kept running. We had Merit Circle here. Obviously, you know what happened with Merit Circle. It's now Beam, but it's up 350%. For something that high of a market cap, it's totally normal for it to correct. I mean, Immutable at a $2.8 billion market cap. Look at it, just blasted through all-time high market caps. Like nothing. And I'm sure it's going to keep going because there's more products there and there's a lot more things to be excited about. There's a bunch of different crypto coins, which, by the way, when next playable node sale, I don't know if they're going to have another playable node sale. I have my bags on playable. I've got plenty of playable nodes, a lot of playable nodes. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on this coin. I think this is one that definitely can keep moving. It's got the AVAX narrative. It's got a relatively low market cap in regards to like what it could potentially do. And the overall crypto gaming narrative reaching hundreds of billions of dollars worth of market cap only makes sense. The unlocks some people will be scared of. I'm not scared of the unlocks because they happen over 10 years, which 10 years is a lot of time, right? So I'm not really worried about that at all. And overall, these are some coins that are not really listed on many centralized exchanges. So there are a lot of different places that they can go to. I remember that I talked to the Playable team. This was also on the public chat, so this is public information, where the Playable team is kind of in the mindset that they don't want to spend money on decentralized exchange / centralized exchange listings. They did get onto this thing called Vapor Dex. Am I using it? No. But I mean, it exists and people are very scared about the whole Ponzi thing that Vapor Dex is doing. I don't use Vapor Dex though, so I don't care what they're doing at the end of the day. It's just a Dex, right? And I'm excited for Playable. I think that great things can be coming for it. I think there's plenty of different crypto gaming coins. For example, Myria recently had a pretty big run. It's it hit new all-time highs. It went all the way to like almost 18 cents actually yesterday, pretty much. Yeah, you can see it right here. 16 cents. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Yeah, 16 cents. So it's very close to its all-time high again. It's just been mooning. These things just keep mooning. What I think about Decimated, It's down 50% over 2 weeks. Is it? I guess it's down 50%. I mean, that makes sense, right? So my opinion on this one is that here's my issue. Okay. Very simply put, I hate coins that don't have a lot of volume because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if a lot of people are interested. A good example of that would be, what is that RuneScape one that I was thinking about? Dami Online. A good example of this is Dami Online. Some people are very bullish on Dami Online and they love what Dami Online is doing, but it just doesn't have enough volume for me to be like, yes, I love this coin. I think there's a lot of cool things that can happen with it. And clearly there's a lot of people interested in it. There's not enough people interested in it for me to be like, okay, this is it. I'm getting into this coin. I think a lot can happen with this coin. Obviously, that can change very quickly. All it takes is an announcement, and this thing's sending like a moonshot. And it's up 500% this year, clearly, right? So it's doing very well. It's up 1,000% at some point. What's good, Doug? Welcome to the Hotel California. Okay, I'm never singing again. $18 million market cap, though. I mean, I would probably wait for the next crypto gaming craze. This is one of those coins that probably just pumped really hard because of the narrative and because it had such a low market cap, so people were rotating profits into it rather than the coin itself being the most godlike thing in the world. There's like plenty of examples of coins here that are terrible, but that people would invest into them anyway because of the fact that they're a low market cap and they have any sort of, any sort of relevance with the meta. AKA being on Solana or being on Avalanche, right? Because Solana and Avalanche are the big things right now. Everybody loves them. And nobody's going to keep sleeping on it because it's the big moons. So the next thing I want to talk about, there are a couple of narratives that got ignored pretty big during the last cycle that are beginning to catch some traction. And one of them is a little bit of a little sleeper here. Osmosis has had a massive comeback ever since the Terra Luna crash. Osmosis has been making a bit of a comeback, and I thought that was the most interesting thing. Opinion on Jesus Coin. Guys, I don't have an opinion on that. It has my name on it, but it's like some religious coin, I think. I don't know. It's a coin. That's my opinion on it. It's a coin. Meme coins. Everything pumps. Anyway, we're coin maxis. Everything pumps. $70 million volume. I don't think that's bad at all. Yeah, I've been looking into the Osmosis ecosystem because I've been trying to see the comparison between Cosmos SDK, how Avalanche builds their subnets, and how Galachain also integrates Hyperledger Fabric into Galachain. So 3 different things, all very complicated things. What very complicated thing are people going to use? My opinion is that I don't think a Cosmos SDK is going to be the place for crypto gaming, obviously, right? So I'm not looking into that at all. It's super cheap. Don't know why it's bigger. I mean, I've used Osmosis as well. The reason people don't use it is because it's complicated. Because you have to choose different pools and there's grifters between some of the pools. I get it. There's some pools that are very toxic on Osmosis, and some people don't know how to navigate that. For the more complex traders, it's great. I don't have any complaints about Osmosis. I think it's wonderful. But I don't see the crypto gaming narrative really going to Cosmos. I mean, there's a couple crypto games building on Cosmos. I don't really want to mention them because they're such low market caps that mentioning them would be a very bad idea. But I mean, it exists. It exists if you want to look into it. But I'm more of like a AVAX/Solana guy because I know for a fact that, they've run a good amount. They're probably going to keep running. There is Cardano, which recently made a bit of a comeback, by the way. That was pretty crazy. Randomly just decided to pump like crazy. They have a NFT collection. I'll shout it out. It's called Goombles. And Goombles recently had an NFT mint. I don't know how it's going, though. I'm curious, actually. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't go that well. So they have 3,420 of these still left. Maybe if Cardano gets more traction and these end up minting closer to minting out, then I would be very excited for these. But I'm just overall waiting. I know that Farmer Nash is hustling really hard to make this work. And they built this game out with 200 grand, which I think is pretty incredible. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up coming from this one. This is like very bullish on crypto gaming, but there's nothing there. My entire net worth is in the man of his hands, and this man doesn't care enough about crypto gaming. That's the problem that I have right now. That's why I'm so focused on Solana and Avalanche versus some of the other chains. Like, why would you build a Polkadot or Tron? Tron is stable coins. It's the only thing it's ever been. Polygon kind of fell off. Then we got Toncoin, fair enough. We got DAI, Litecoin, that thing's dead. Bitcoin Cash is like, who even uses that? We got Cosmos, which is probably going to pump with the rest of the Cosmos SDK because that's the Cosmos hub. There's Uniswap, which I think Uniswap's golden days are probably past it. There's Stellar because of regulation. There's Stellar, which Stellar is like, I get it if XRP ends up going up and, you know, people use the whole bank adoption meta. If you want to bank the bank list, then sure, you know, Stellar Lumens is great. Is it going to be the best crypto coin? I don't know. You know, XRP was very exciting, but XRP doesn't do anything. I don't know why XRP doesn't do anything, but it just doesn't. So I at this point, I don't know what to feel about them. I hold them, but it'd be like that sometimes. And there's ICP, which is Internet Computer Protocol, which I don't even want to talk about this one. It's been making a bit of a comeback. You know, it's doing its little moonshot thing. Some people are very bullish on it. Do you understand Celestia? Why it's so hyped? Well, it's a new release. Every new release is very hyped. Airdrops, always a good reason to pump something, right? There's Injective, which I think Injective is a little shady with what they do. There's a lot of market makers manipulating the price of Injective. There's Idera. I'm very bullish on Idera. I think this is going to be a top cryptocurrency. And there's Kaspa, which Kaspa is also a bit of a mooner. I don't understand it too much. I get the ghost tag and why that's important and the blockchain trilemma. But it's moved up a lot. It's moved up a lot. There's Kronos, which I think Kronos is very undervalued. There's Aptos, which Aptos I think is overvalued. I don't know why it's valued this much. There's Filecoin. Filecoin's dead. Near Protocol. Near's like, okay. Near sponsors a bunch of events. That's the only reason I've heard of them. There's VeChain. VeChain I think is going to make a comeback this year. Celestia. People are going to pump it just because it's new and it has airdrops on it. Please just suggest good nodes. I can't give you suggestions, my friend. But I right now am in Playable Miria. And then I got Sonorous nodes. I'm looking into copy nodes. I think that right now that's it, pretty much, for the most part. Not too many nodes. There's plenty of nodes that will be coming out, obviously, but those are the ones I'm looking at right now. Zynodes came out as well, but Zynodes I haven't touched at all. They were a little weird with me. A little bit weird. There's Thorchain, which I think Thorchain is going to make a comeback. Hedera will rise. I think Hedera will rise, my friend. I think they will. I've been holding Hedera since it was, what was it? Was it 4 cents? I think it was 4 cents. 4 or 5 cents, something like that. So we're not up that much. It's been trailing by Node and Sonorous. Everybody, right? There's Optimism, which Optimism had an airdrop as well. Optimism, I think, is undervalued. Lido is probably just going to keep increasing as Ethereum pumps. Mantle, There's Bonk, which, you know, it's doing what Bonk does. Render, which Render, in my opinion, is undervalued. This has pumped a lot, though, over the past month or two. So, you know, look at that. Be careful. I hate this. I don't want to talk about inscriptions. Aave, Algorand, I'm sorry. There's the Graph, which I think is overvalued. The eGold, which I think is making a bit of a comeback, but I don't know. There's Arbitrum, which Arbitrum might make a comeback. I could see Arbitrum making a comeback. 1.4 billion. I could see it being valued more, but we'll see. It has magic behind it. It has a couple good collections. It has a couple good projects on it, but nothing crazy. There's the FTX token, which is the FTX token. There's Stacks, which I don't have an opinion on Stacks. There's Quant, which Quant I think is undervalued. Synthetics, don't have an opinion on that one. Helium, do have an opinion on this one. Helium, I think, is going to make a bit of a comeback. It's actually pumped a lot. I have to sell my Helium. Oh, wow. It's actually worth something. This was under $1 at some point. Wow. It's actually pumped a lot. Nice. Good for Helium. There's Phantom, which Phantom was dead for a long time. I don't know how to feel about Phantom. Makers, you know, it'll exist. There's Ordi, which Ordinals. Ordinals pumped a lot, to be honest. And Ordinals has just been fucking mooning. What do you think is a good DCA price for Beam? I would say a good DCA price for Beam would be, let's check it. So I think it's at 2.2 right now. If I checked it last time. Yeah, 2.1, 2.2, same thing, right? I would say that anything is a good DCA price. You know what I mean? Like right now is a good DCA price. We're down what? How much? 10, 20, 30% maybe? That's a good, you know, correction on Beam. Beam is worth $1 billion. You know, do you think this is going to go down to 500 million? I don't think it will. Maybe I'd be wrong, but I would not bet on it going back to 500 million. I think it's very undervalued still. Beam is something that should be worth at least $10 billion by the end of the cycle, but we'll get there. We'll get there when it gets there. Mirai is a blue chip of gaming. I wouldn't say it's a blue chip, but I would say it's definitely up there. Playable, I think playable Mirai are going to be very good. There's a KuCoin token, which, I don't buy those. Terra Luna, which I sold out all my Terra Luna Classic right before this pump, so I have no opinion on this one. Bitcoin SV, which, who uses that? Neo, I don't know who uses that either. Axie Infinity, it's probably going to pump, but it's not going to pump as much as other coins. Decentraland is going to be a pumper too. I like decentralized games, but I don't think it's going to be a leader at all. There's going to be Tezos, no. EOS, it's pretty much all-time lows. Gala, I think Gala's going to be a pumper. Clayton, a lot of these coins by the end of it, I don't really know too much. Oasis Network was one a lot of people hyped up back in the day. Let's look at some crypto gaming coins. Please review on Gari token. I don't know anything about Gari token. Waiting for Gala chain to be used. Oh, it was that, I remember that. I think it was like an Indian coin or something, right? It had like Indian letters on it or something like that. I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to formulate that. Sorry if I appropriated some language or something. Waiting for Gala chain to be used on exchanges. Oh my God. It's so bad. Oh my God. Using the bridge on Gala right now kills me. Kills me. It's like $300 just to do a bridge. I'm just trying to bridge my coins. How does it cost $300? Why? Like, I was looking at Ethereum after it pumped 2x, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll take some profits on this. Because guess what? I've doubled my investment. That's fine for me, right? But then I looked at the gas fees for bridging my Ethereum, and I was like, I can't even sell this thing. Because not only do I have to bridge this, I have to sell it on Uniswap. Or maybe I have to send it to MEXC and I'll do it there. I'll figure it out, I guess. Or LBank, apparently. It's like no volume. But it just kills me. It kills me to have to try to use the gas fees. India's largest live... Yeah, I don't know anything about India's largest live streaming platforms. Like, those are things I can't have opinions on because I don't live there, so I never see those things, so I can't have an opinion on it because of that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, God, bro, Tookies. Yeah, G-Swift. My bag keeps pumping. My bag keeps pumping. It keeps pumping. It doesn't stop pumping. I still think it's undervalued. I hate to be that guy that says something after something has pumped so much. We covered this at 10 cents. And yeah, like it be pumping, but like it's still just worth 50 million. I can't review it, my friend. 50 million. That's it. It's nothing. There's nothing. It has good volume. It's on Bybit. I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional, right? But that's my opinion on that one. I've got to make a tier list on this stuff later on for sure. If Bitcoin dumps at 35K, how much do you guess Citus/Senate could dump price percentage? So, on to the how much is the one playable node. I think it's like $6,400 or something like that. When I covered it on my video, I want everybody to see this. When I could probably just look up playable. Let's see. Do I pop up? Yeah, right here. When I covered this thing on my video, I want everybody to know this. That it was, what was it? $2,200 or something like that for a node. It was crazy cheap. Yeah, there it is. No, it was $2,400. Okay, I'll correct myself. It was so cheap. You look at those today. I'll show you how expensive these things are. Hey, we called it real early. We look at it now. And these, not even. Oh my, I am wrong. $6,500 per node. Sheesh. Got a couple playable nodes from the Jesus' video. Oh, you're sitting pretty then. Sitting very pretty. Yeah, I got all my nodes over there. I am a happy person. I have zero complaints about it. I think playable might have been my biggest play this year. Straight up 2023, I think playable was the biggest pumper in my entire portfolio the entire year. So when I go back in 2024 and I talk about the bull cycle and I was like, oh, like these were the biggest plays. I think this is it. Like it's already pumped 10x. We got the nodes at a crazy cheap price. we could probably just go to sleep for a year and that's it. We're done. We're done with this cycle. Honestly, I'm done. Anyway, let's talk about Citus. So Citus right now, I do like Citus. Citus is actually on my top 10 crypto gaming tokens for this month. Actually, I have it right here. Here it is. Yeah. So every month I put $1,000 into the top 10 crypto gaming tokens that I cover. This is this month. This is Citus is right here. It's up 1%. Great. We all love that. It's down 9% on the day. So it is what it is, right? From the highs, it is pretty much at all-time highs. Pretty much. It's at $61 million in terms of market cap. If we hit 35K Bitcoin, I think, personally speaking, that we probably... Would I be crazy to say we're not going to hit 35K? I think I would be. Maybe I'm too much of a moon boy. You know what? Theoretical scenario hits 35K. So 35K Bitcoin would hurt. This would hurt a lot. I mean, this is going to crack 50% if we hit 35K Bitcoin. Straight up. Because not only is the crypto gaming narrative kind of slowing down just a little bit, but the big hitter here is the fact that there is a lot of liquidity that recently entered the crypto markets. If Bitcoin ends up dumping, then that means that liquidity ends up leaving the ecosystems and they kind of go from the bottom to the top. So the bottom gets hit the hardest. A 50% correction wouldn't be crazy to me. I think realistically speaking, it's not going to do that. I think a 30% correction max is going to happen if we end up getting that correction. Only because I think that Citus is going to be outperforming the markets. 30% correction moons up to all-time highs again. Doesn't seem like something crazy to me. Doesn't seem crazy, right? All-time high, $100 million, 61 million. Doesn't seem crazy to me, but maybe I could be wrong. How much is one Miri node? Miri nodes they actually increased in price. They used to be, when I got them, they were 4,200, I want to say. 4,000 to 4,200, somewhere around there. Nowadays, they are $5,500. Last time I checked, I believe. I have to connect my wallet. I will connect it just for you guys. So buy nodes. Here we go. Oh, it's actually more expensive. Wow, $5,600. Yo, guys, if you're going to be buying a node, use my code in the link in the description. Damn, they're going up in price. Wow. I actually have had a lot of DMs of people telling me that they're buying these nodes. I bought mine at a reduced price, right? $4,000 back when these came out. 4,200 something like that. I don't remember. I paid it in ETH. But now they're going for 5,600. That's very impressive. I own 4 Miri nodes right now, just for disclosure. That is a lot of money. That's like $20,000 worth of Miri nodes. I don't regret that. I think Miri is going to be a leader in the crypto gaming space. And so I have zero worries about Miria. I mean, it's already pumped a lot. I held it the entire way down. Like all this bleeding for the past couple months, I bought the node before the token even came out. So when the token came out, look at the bleeding. Look at the bleeding that it had before 10x. All of this, I was holding Miria nodes. These were making like nothing per day. But the second this pumped, it turned into like 5 figures worth of profits. So you can't complain about 5 figures worth of profits. Personally, I'm not going to be one to complain about that. So we're getting relatively close to ROI on those Miri nodes that I initially purchased, which is great. I can't complain about that. I'm very happy about that. So I'm probably going to take that ROI when it comes and then just hold the token for the rest of the year. That's kind of the idea. Take ROI so I don't have to stress about getting my money back, and then just hold it for the rest of the year and then see where Miria goes. If it goes to $1 billion market cap and it 10x's, then I'm very happy. Could it have been $200,000 instead of $20,000 worth of profit? Sure. But I probably would have also cashed out 6 figures if this thing ends up 10xing anyway. So do I feel bad about that? No, I really don't feel bad about that at all. $200,000 worth of profits, it hurts. But if I get 6 figures anyway, I'm more than happy. Which best gaming coins are still early? So I cannot cover the coins that have an extremely low market cap, but these are the ones that I'm looking at for this month that already launched. There are coins that have not launched. For example, on Seedify, I'm a big Launchpad guy, very big Launchpad guy. On Seedify, there is Storm Warfare. There's 9 different tokens, honestly. Storm Warfare, Animalia, Bloodloop, Play Metadose, Haven, all of these. You can look at it yourself. I'm looking into all these different coins when they come out, see what happens. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hype because of the fact that they're just something to do with Cetify. This one's an MMO. Sorry, excuse me, a MOBA. I'm big into MOBAs. This reminds me a lot of Mobile Legends when I played it on my phone. So, I mean, if you could build myself a Mobile Legends with crypto stuff, I'll take it. Every day the same BS? Yeah, I know. It sucks. I know. We talk about the same things that keep pumping. It's crazy. Rainmaker Games. I don't own Rainmaker Games. They had a really big pump. But they've been kind of correcting. So they've been kind of just chilling out since then. They have a lot of volume. Right now I'm on Rainy. So Rainy Studios is the one that I'm in personally, this one. Which right now it's not doing too hot. I think we're down like 10%. Yeah, we're down 10% from where we got in. So it'd be like that. But sometimes it gotta be like that. So just new nodes. So new nodes that haven't hit the market. The only one I know of is Copy. It's the only one. The only one that I'm like interested in is the Copernicus. Where is it? Cornucopias. Why do these I can't spell. Because of the fact that they're really cheap. They're like $250 or something like that on their launch. If I can actually check this deck out. Here it is. So the base price of these nodes is 270. Nothing. And then they go up to 1,000 at the worst. This is going to be December 18th? December 20th. I don't know when. I think it's December 20th. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Monday, December 18th. Yeah, there it is. Okay, got it. Yeah, the one on Ethereum hasn't been announced yet. So I'm going to be doing this one for sure. I'm going to be grabbing a couple of these. If I can get 10 of these, that'd be great. Maybe when it hits 285 and I can get that 23% discount or 28% discount, I'll for sure get 10 of these. And then I'll just pretty much call that a day. I don't think I'm going to get more than 10. The sandbox is running. Why is the sandbox running? What are you talking about? The sandbox is running. This guy just baited me into looking at the sandbox. It's down 3%. It's up 3%. It's up 3% in the last 7 days. Come on, dude. Come on. How much is a Myriad node? Myriad nodes, we just checked it. I think it's $5,600 a node or something like that. It's very expensive. Very expensive. But obviously the token is pumped a lot. So right now, a Myriad node, let's calculate it. Let's calculate how much profit a Myriad node ends up generating. I will literally look at how much my Myriad node generates. So 4 nodes right now generates a grand total of 2,993, 5,000. Let's go back over here. 5,986 is how much they get one. Oh, if you're gonna get one, use the affiliate link in the description. Use the affiliate link in the description. Let me actually see. Do I have it in the description? You know, it'd be hilarious if this entire time I've been talking about this and I just don't have it there. Terminal. Let's look it up. But yes, so I'll give you the ROI on these nodes right now. Do I have it on there? I swear I have to have it on here. I don't. No way. Okay, let me add it actually. So my Myriad link is... Let me copy it. There's no way I don't have it. There's no fucking way. That's hilarious. Okay, I added it on the chat. Fucking so funny. This entire time I've been talking about it as if it was there. Oh my god. I have the wrong ones there. By a Myriad node. That's funny. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to it. So right now my Myriad nodes are making 5,986 tokens per day. Now I have to divide this by 4 because I have 4 nodes. So each of them is making 1,496. Let's put that. Which is pretty good. $22.22. So right now they cost what, 5,600, and we divide it by how much they're making right now, $22 per day, 22.22. And there you go. That's your days to ROI at current prices. Obviously, if the price doubles, then this goes in halves. Right now it's 252 days, which is really good. Which is really good. When I got my Myriad nodes, do you want to know how many days? I don't even, guys, if you hear how many days it took to ROI, you would call me an idiot for buying them. All I have to say is that when I bought the Myriad nodes, the market was in a way better position than it is now. When I got my Myriad nodes, the ROI to get was 5,000 days. 5,000 days. Oh God, that's so bad. Now it's 252. Now it's pretty good. You know, the price doubles. The price doubles, 126 days, doubles on top of that, 63 days. That's really good. 4x 63 days. I'm not complaining about that at all. $400 million market cap. That's a pretty fast ROI. That's what, like 2 months? So it's pretty good right now. It's pretty good right now. That's why there's so many nodes selling. Oh my God. It was so bad. 5,000 days. I know, I was so stupid. But guess what, my friend? You'd rather buy Sandbox. But what happened to Sandbox? Sandbox did a whole lot of nothing. Nothing. Not even a 2x during this little crypto gaming craze. This thing has gone all the way. Because I bought them at... Let's see. I was making way more, though, is the thing. When these nodes first launched, we were getting like 2,500 coins a day. So let's do this. Let's do this math. So I was making, now it's $37 a day. It was like less than $1 before. I don't even want to talk about it. I paid 4,200 for this thing. Divided by, what, 37? Look at this beauty. Beauty. 113 days. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty much already at ROI on this thing. So yeah, I'm very happy about the fact that I ended up doing this. So we'll see what ends up happening after the ROI, right? And it keeps going, Moon Boy. 5,000 days. Because look. Okay, before anybody roasts me. So it launched here. It was doing like, it was launched at a pretty good price. The ROI was pretty similar. Well, it was like 400, 500 days. Okay, 500 days, not bad. But then it just died. It just died for so long because crypto gaming did nothing. It did nothing for so long, and VCs kept dumping, and oh God. And then it magically pumped 10x, and that 5,000 days became a lot less days. And yeah, no, I'm very happy camper now. People thought this thing was dead. You don't know how many comments I got of people when I was suggesting Myria nodes at like $4,200. They were like, "Why are you promoting a scam? This is the shadiest thing I've ever heard of." And now that it's at 1.4 cents, they're like, "Oh my God, why did I get into this thing?" It's got to be the Bitcoin story. It's the crypto story. Where like, when it's at all-time highs, everybody loves you. You're the genius of crypto. But if Myria theoretically goes down 50, 70% from where it is right now, people will think of me as like the worst person in the world. You're the hero when things are pumping and the villain when things aren't pumping. But it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I guess by next year, you'll be making lots of profits. The price should do a 5x at least. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. My blank. Oh, dude. I don't got the card, my friend. I don't got the card. Why is Vara only listed on... What is Vara? Why do people recommend me the most random things in the world? What is this? What is this crypto coin? I don't know. There's so many crypto coins that launch. And then I'll say, like, what is this crypto coin? And their entire community will come after me like, actually, this is the coolest coin that I've ever seen. The fact that you haven't heard of it, you're clearly not a person that is an expert in the space, because while you cover 50 different crypto coins in a single video and memorize them because you've actually been in the space for a very long time, my one crypto coin that is only listed on Coinbase, you don't know about. So you're fading. You're fading the industry, guys. Like, how do you not know about Kakenu? How did you not go all in when you saw that Bonk was pumping? Clearly this thing, it's on AVAX. It's the Chad's chain. It's gonna go up like crazy. And Bonk, like, how did you not go all in when it was all the way down here? Why are you buying up here? Like, everybody tells you you're not supposed to buy when it pumps. Come on, guys. Do your own fundamentals, do your own thing, do your own things. It's fun. It's a fun space. Have some fun. Hopefully make some money in the process, right? But it is, I was looking at this guy who's a financial audit guy, and he does a bunch of these YouTube reviews of people that have a bunch of debt. And he's always like, how could you be in crypto? It's gambling. And then the guests are always like, actually, this is the future of finance. I'm down 70% of my meme coins, but this is the future of finance. It could come back. And the guy's like, stop being an idiot. Like, most people, like, if you're buying meme coins, you kind of deserve what you're getting. If you're buying Bitcoin, sure, I'll be on your side. But Don't buy meme coins and think they're just going to 300x randomly. Maybe they will, apparently, but you got to be careful. Isn't Miria overhyped? Yeah, everything is quote unquote overhyped. The thing is, people don't understand what a bull market is. Sure, Miria doesn't have a bunch of games out, but nobody cares about that. People only care about the narrative, what Miria is doing. It's kind of like a great comparison of this is Gala. Gala last cycle was terrible in terms of like the games that it had. It had nothing. It had Townstar. Townstar is a bad game. It's not a good game. I have no fun playing Townstar. And now it's some other thing, Common Ground World. Dubstep hates me now. He's like, how dare you talk down on our favorite beloved Townstar. But no, I don't like Townstar at all. It did not deserve a $5 billion valuation because they had Townstar. That's ridiculous. They sold hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars worth of NFTs. Did they deserve this valuation? I mean, I guess, right? They're building their games now. And now that they've built out the games, they're at an $800 million valuation. If we're looking at fundamentals, then Gala should be like this right now. But it's not, because the narrative is not in its favor right now. It's been a little bit, it's been pumping a little bit, but they've got a lot of problems right now. And so, why would Gala be at 5 billion here? It doesn't make any sense. It should not have been at 5 billion if we just look at the games that it's building. It pumped a lot because of the narrative. Gala was one of the top coins. It introduced the crypto gaming node meta, which is why I cover crypto gaming nodes so much, because I think that there's going to be plenty of crypto gaming plays that replicate this exact thing. Whenever someone buys a node, if you're spending $6,500 for a node, you are betting on the longevity of an ecosystem. You want this to succeed. And so everybody and their mother that buys these crypto gaming nodes is going to be shilling the heck out of them. If you're spending $6,500 on a node, you really want it to work out. So that's exactly what happened. Everybody just started talking about Gala nodes. These went crazy. Gala nodes went to like God knows how much. Gala just seems more curated in regards to games. Well, yeah, but I'm talking about last cycle. Last cycle, they had nothing. So they shouldn't have been at a $5 billion valuation, but they were anyway, because they had the narrative on their side. So here's what's going to happen. Miria is going to go up. I don't even know what this cycle is. Maybe like it's going to hit like $1 billion to $3 billion market cap. The fundamentals will make absolutely no sense. Are they going to have games out? Yes, 100%. They're going to have games out, and they're going to get plenty of partnerships, and they're going to be in plenty of different places. But their valuation's still not going to make any sense, because at the end of the day, some of these crypto gaming coins should not be worth $20 billion, but they will be anyway. So what we take is, after this bull market ends and the bear cycle starts, they will actually end up building out a lot of these different products. So Mira's going to have a bunch of different games. They're going to have Meta Rush, all those different games that they're developing. They're going to be out, and their valuation is going to be way lower just because of where the market is, versus now that they don't really have anything out and they're pumping like crazy. So we're not concerned on the products that they've built out just yet. A great example of this is like Ronin probably has the most daily active users in the entire crypto gaming space, but by far they're not the biggest crypto gaming coin. They've got a lot to get to that point. They're at less than a $500 million valuation. They're coming back, sure, and I'm sure they're going to pump past all-time highs easily, but the narrative's just not there for them. People don't feel like buying them, so it doesn't need to make sense. With Gala, it was a big inflation problem. Yeah, no, Miria also had that problem as well. Miria is going to have that problem. Guaranteed it's going to have that problem. It's 70% of its circulating supply, right? It only makes sense that it's going to have that problem. I mean, look at the market caps comparatively, right? 10 million over here when it was at this price. Now it's at 132 million. It already had a bit of a hyperinflation, right? During this little couple months. I do still expect quite a bit of hyperinflation. Sure, we've gotten through a bit of the hump, but we still got a lot of that hump to go. Does it matter though? You got to ask yourself that, because Gala still pumped like crazy. Did it make any sense? I don't know. During the bear market, do you want to run away from these things? Yes. I would say during the bear market, you should run away from Miria and a lot of these different node ecosystems, because people are going to continue to dump their node rewards. But during a bull cycle, it's quite the opposite effect. You'll still have inflation and some sort of hyperinflation in your token, but that's not important. ILV taught us all that that's not important at all. This thing hit, look at this valuation, $1,700, something absurd. And then it started dumping, and obviously it was very bad during the bear market. Bit of a comeback now. It's doing pretty well. Tokenomics, I think, are a lot better than they were before. But this was bad. This hyperinflation was not good for the chart in 2022. But look at what happened in 2021. No one cared. No one cared. During 2021, none of this is relevant. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of fundamentals will not make any sense in 2023, 2024, into 2025 probably. After that, in 2026, run away. Take your profits. Would you sell your Miria towards mid-2025? So my plan after I get my ROI, I've been selling Miria already, is probably going to be hold it until 2024, like late 2024, see what happens with the market, right? Take a good amount of profit. I want to aggressively sell into the end of 2024, into 2025, and because I have a node, right? I can afford to have paper hands with a node. So I'm going to take my initial investment out now. That's the idea. After I take my initial out, I'm almost there, right? I'm going to go ahead and hold the node ecosystem rewards for a good year, pretty much. Sell them. Hopefully it's a 10x. Hopefully, I actually end up selling the top or whatever. And then aggressively sell rewards into 2025. I'm probably going to be selling every month in 2025 because that's when the top comes. And when the top comes, it comes real fast. So yeah, I'm probably going to be aggressively selling into 2025. But right now in 2023, I mean, why bother? Other than just getting your ROI on most of these crypto coins, which is kind of the idea right now. I want to de-risk a lot of it. There's no point in selling. We're so close. We're so close. And Bitcoin's at $42,000. We're almost at all-time highs. We're not that far away from it. This chart looks good. It doesn't look like a bad chart, which is wild. I remember looking at this chart all the way down here and freaking the heck out. I was like, are we dying? Is this over? But then I realized if I think it's over, then it's probably not over. It's probably just starting. And I was right. Yeah, it did just start. I actually predicted that when Bitcoin hit, it was somewhere around $17,500. I remember this very vividly, that we would not have another correction downward. We ended up pumping here. Was it this chart? No, it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. So we went down very briefly to $17,000, and then we pumped all the way back up to somewhere around $23,000. I'd been bragging on Twitter, talking about the fact that there was no way, I called the bottom, heck yeah. And then this happened. And then she sank. She sank even further. So that was a big humbling experience for me in terms of trying to time bottoms. I don't think I can time bottoms. I'm not going to pretend to time bottoms this cycle. I was humbled. So it ended up going back up afterward. It went down to somewhere around like $15,000, $16,000, which sucked. But it taught me that I should not try to time bottoms. I should aggressively sell into what I think could be bottoms. And that's as simple as that. Don't complicate the experience because you will not be able to sell things perfectly. Never. Never, never, never. Anyway, that's going to be this live stream. We are at 1 hour and 7 minutes. Actually, one of our longer live streams. So it was a fun time hanging out with y'all. I will be live Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern time, as we always do. I'm taking the weekend off. Got to be with the lady. Have fun with your nodes. Have fun in the crypto gaming space. It slows down a little bit during the weekend. So please get your feet wet. Actually go outside, touch some grass, have some fun. Yes, it is crunch time, but it is good to take care of your mental health because that's going to carry you on to the rest of the bull cycle. So till the next time, thank you for being here. Gracias, ya tú sabes. Stay classy.